What would be, give us a bold, out there prediction for wrestling in 2022. So, a bold prediction for
Bold
2022
prediction for 2022.
in wrestling.
I mean, I think the WWE's hugely impressed by Gable Steveson, and I think they want him on the main roster as soon as possible. And I think when he gets there, they're going to do something big with it. I mean, maybe that doesn't seem like a bold prediction, but he's only recently started his training, so when that happens, I think that will be huge. Um, I think, as far as like Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns goes, I can't predict this. I mean, you've got to figure that Lesnar's going to win at day one. But then will it be Roman Reigns regaining the belt at WrestleMania? That doesn't really seem like... I don't know whether that really feels like a WrestleMania ending
I
that
feel like
WWE wants to present.
is the story not going to be that Lesnar gets screwed again at day one, then he wins the Royal
Yeah.
Rumble, and then he beats Reigns at WrestleMania? Maybe
Well,
that's the thing.
possibly, yeah, possibly. I mean, if that goes on early and then they do, Kevin Owens, Big E, Bobby Lashley, and Seth Rollins in the main event, and we have an actual proper title change there, I think that will end the show on a high note, even if it's Owens who wins. I think a lot of people actually would support that. But yeah, I mean, Lesnar, Reigns, if it's going on first, they'll be able to get away with a screwy ending. But I mean, also that could potentially upset people if it's like another sort of, sullied, tarnished, kind of, Jimmy and Jay influence finish like what we got Crown Jewel. I'm not sure if they can really do that again. And I can't imagine that Roman Reigns is going to defeat Brock Lesnar clean if they are going to present that match at WrestleMania. So that's a tricky one to predict. I mean, if they are going to do it at WrestleMania and Lesnar wins, which I actually think would be the way to end this feud, or at least this portion of the feud, with Lesnar defeating Reigns at WrestleMania and then potentially reuniting with Paul Heyman on TV like the next week or the week after or whatever. I think you've got a big story there, and then that could lead to Lesnar versus Reigns at, say, I think Money in the Bank's taking place at a stadium next year, isn't it? I
As
think.
yeah, as
So, I mean, you could do the rematch with Reigns regaining the belt at one of the big stadium shows. There's going to be enough of them next year. So, yeah, I mean, I suppose that... I mean, I don't know whether I would call that a bold prediction. Have you got any, Kenny?
I think my bold prediction, I'm going to be vague enough so I can be right. I think by the end of 2022, what is deemed a big name in AEW will have jumped ship to WWE. That's my
Yes.
prediction. Like somebody who's on Dynamite a lot, somebody who's maybe, not like one of the four pillars, but like somebody who's just underneath that who you wouldn't expect, I think will jump ship because it's naturally got to happen, especially in the next 12
Yes.
months. So that'd
Yes.
be mine.